So completely out of nowhere, a new beta was released a few days ago for Plants vs Zombies Match. Now this may sound a bit familiar to some of you because you may remember almost 2 years ago a game with a similar name, Zombie Match, was released, and it was basically a match 3 game that was Plants vs Zombies themed. Obviously since then a lot of time has passed and developments have been made, so the game now has adopted the official franchise name Plants vs Zombies Match. Now this game isn't actually developed by PopCap. Zombie Match was developed by an external studio, Chocolate Panda, and back in 2021 it was published by Chillingo, which is another studio that EA owns. Like with previous Plants vs Zombies 3 betas, this was designed to be tested in only a few regions, including Switzerland, Philippines, and perhaps a few others. We don't know exactly which ones, but of course the PvZ community got hold of an APK very quickly and it has been distributed across the fanbase. A Google Play Store page can be found for Plants vs Zombies Match, and on the page it includes a bunch of images as well as an overall description that says the following: "This ain't no garden variety match 3 game. Join Dave on a totally puzzling new adventure. The zombies are dead set on making life in Neighborville rather dim, so it's time to let your matching skills shine as bright as the sun, because you'll need to collect it, recruit your favourite leafy friends, stem the tide of yet another shambling horde, and save Neighborville. You know the trowel." We also received information that apparently this beta is actually from a build of the game that was made back in October, so there's potentially a big time gap between what we're being shown and where the game is at this moment. As for the beta itself, it includes a total of 50 levels, and throughout those levels you will get asked to do a number of surveys. So similarly to Plants vs Zombies 3, they've been distributing surveys so that fans can give their feedback. But yes, on this one they've gone the whole hog and asked for 3 separate surveys that can be completed at different stages in the beta. The surveys ask things around the franchise itself, the story, and the gameplay. Speaking of gameplay, you may have noticed some big differences in the footage you've been seeing on screen, and yes, there has been a complete makeover of the visual style. It seems that they're trying to match up with the newest style of Plants vs Zombies 3, but at the same time still using assets from the original version of Plants vs Zombies 3, so not really quite sure where that's going. Now I am planning to do a larger review of this beta, but overall in my opinion it feels like the game has been dumbed down further. In the previous version you were sort of fighting zombies as you were doing the match 3. Zombies would appear on the screen and basically you'd have to take them out before they reached the brain taco. Yes, it was called the brain taco. But in this version they've kind of removed that, and now you're just taking out boxes, sludge, and other things that are zombie related, and yeah. But my overall thoughts is, as a Plants vs Zombies game, I'm not quite sure why they're doing this or what, you know, who they're trying to target necessarily, but as a match 3 game, it's alright. It, you know, it does the job, it does what other match 3 games do, but I feel like it's missing that special sauce, that special popcapness that take other genres and make them their own, like they did with deck builders, like they did with third-person shooters. And yeah, it's just kind of missing that, I think. Like I say, I will be doing a more lengthy video where I talk about my actual thoughts. There's quite a number of other things that I do want to talk about that I haven't mentioned here, so I would be interested to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you do want to check this out, I have put a link in the description as well. You will need an emulator to help you play it. But yeah, overall, it kind of feels like a match 3 game, and they've just happened to put PvZ decorations around the outside. Anyway guys, that's about it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed. Let me know what you think of this in the comments below, but other than that, remember to hit those like and subscribe buttons, turn on notifications, and if you would like to support the channel further, check out my Patreon page by clicking on screen or through the link in the description. Okay, thanks guys, bye.